This is Montrose Boulevard, which of course is a main arts corridor from Allen Parkway on up to the CAM, the MFA. So this is a really ideal central location that we're at, where the Art League Houston is sited. There's a fair amount of traffic that comes by each day, so it's great to have something so visible, you know, on a thoroughfare. That is Funnel Tunnel. It was created from a steel armature woven with recycled painted wood. It's 180 feet long, and it's fairly consistently 5 feet in diameter all the way through. The tail end, which tapers to a point, and then on the other end it flows out into a 12-foot diameter bell or horn. So there are 4 trees on the median laid out in kind of a zigzag pattern, and I wanted to make sure that this was in concert with that. You know, maybe it had a conversation that happened with those trees and also with the traffic and with the neighborhood in general, and kind of spoke to the energy of the neighborhood. It's just made out of 2 varieties of steel stock, which is a 3/8" round rod and 1/4" round rod. So it's a very light framework that we've created, and what that looked like was building these sort of noodles, 5-foot diameter tubes, basically with a very gentle bend, and we made about 14 or 16 of those to the points where it changes shape at the end. So one end is tapered into kind of a hook, like a scorpion's tail, and the other end it bells out into a cone or sort of a trumpet. And so the idea there is that each end is unique and serves a different function. The hooked end was intended to point here to the Art League. For me, the interest in the bell or the cone end was to sort of serve as like an announcement, but also maybe to draw in people's attention. So just a fun way to play with form. After the framework was complete, it became possible to start weaving the material in. So the material that you're looking at on the surface is all from a turn of the century, I guess like 1900s cotton gin, which, you know, I didn't realize anything like that was still around. And so I got all these beautiful, huge, old-growth pine planks that I started ripping them into very thin 1/4" strips that were then flexible and able to be woven into the surface. So after I created this bulk of ripped material, I brought it over to the Art League here. Actually used the Texas Art Supply parking lot, which is right next door, and sponsored a painting party where people from the community could come and they could really put their creative mark on it. So it was of huge interest to me that you know, we'd be able to literally have the community show up in the project. It feels great to really draw on the energy of others and to get input too. So like the form was predetermined, but the surface was by no means known to me what that would look like. The color is based on a large number of paints that were left over from people. I was asking for people to give me, you know, like odds and ends that they had laying around in their garage or whatever. And we also had a really nice donation from the Valspar paint company. I guess it's uniformly chaotic on the surface, so it somehow works. There's been a lot of like wonderful conversations and great reactions that people have given, you know, about the project. And so some people have said, is it supposed to be like a bird's head on the end where, you know, where it tapers, or is it a snake, is it a dragon, what is it, you know? And for me it's like, well, I'm interested in what it looks like to you, you know, like I just made the form. It was sort of an intuitive form, and beyond that, whatever is associated with it, great. I think public art is incredibly important because it reflects whatever's going on in society. It can either be something just a pure pleasure, or maybe it can catalyze conversation around different issues. And I think that's really fascinating. And my favorite thing is when people from the neighborhood say, we love this, because after all, they're the ones that have to see it most often. So I'm happy to know that they like what's there.